Welcome to the session Minimization of Deterministic Finite Automata. I am Ajay Lora. In this session, we will discuss the procedure to convert a DFA into minimized DFA with the help of examples. Let's start the session. So we will start with the question why we will need minimization. In the DFA design session, we had discussed a problem to design a DFA for A plus B star AB, that is all string that ends with AB, and we had designed two DFA, one with 7 state and the other one with 3 states. Now the DFA with less number of state will take less time to process this string and it is time efficient. For a given problem, there may exist more than one DFA, but the DFA with less number of state will more efficient. So we will discuss the procedure how we can able to convert a DFA into minimized DFA. Before starting the discussion on minimization process, we will discuss indistinguishable state and distinguishable state. If two states will behave similarly for all strings over input alphabets, then we will call it as indistinguishable states. Mathematically, we can write down if we have two states Qi and Qj, we will call these states as indistinguishable if extended transition function sigma star Qi on processing of string W move to a state F implies transition function star, that is extended transition function, Qj state will also move to the final state on processing of string W, and transition function Qi on processing of W, if it moves to non-final state, it implies that Qj state on processing of string W will also move to the non-final state, and it exists for all string W that can be generated from sigma star. What actually it means, if we have two states Qi and Qj in the finite automata, and if we process the string W on Qi and Qj, either both reach to the final state or both reach to the non-final state, then we will call state as indistinguishable states. If on processing the string W, if one reach to the final state and other reach to the non-final state, then we will call states as distinguishable states. Mathematically, we can write down that on processing of string W, one reach to the final state. On processing of string W, Qj state reach to the non-final state, or Qi state reach to the non-final state, and Qj state reach to the final state. So distinguishable means that we have two states Qi and Qj in the finite automata. On processing of string W, one reach to the final state and other reach to the non-final state. Then we call these states as distinguishable states. In the minimization process, initially we will remove the inaccessible state, means if we cannot able to reach to a state Qj from the initial state Q0, then this state is known as inaccessible state and we can able to remove this state and all its outgoing transition. Then we will find out zero equivalence. Zero equivalence consists of two set of state. One is a set of final state and second is set of non-final states. We will assume all final states are behaving similarly. We will also assume that all non-final states are behaving similarly. We will find out pi 1 from pi 0. Then we will find out pi 2 from pi 1. Then pi k from pi k minus 1. Then pi k plus 1 from pi k, until we will find out that pi k will be equal to pi k plus 1. The number of set in pi k plus 1 represents the number of states in the minimized DFA. For determining pi 1, for each pair of states in pi 0, we will check whether they are indistinguishable or not on reading of input symbol from the alphabet. Now suppose we have two given DFA for A plus B star AB, one with 7 states, another one with 3 states, and we want to minimize the DFA. In the first step, we will observe that all states are accessible or not from the initial state. So QA is accessible from the initial state. QB is also accessible from the initial state. QA is also accessible from the initial state because we can move from Q0 to QA on reading of A. On reading of A again, we can move from QA to QAA. Similarly, QAB, QBA, QBB, all states are reachable. Transition diagram is converted into transition table with Q0 as the initial state and QAB will be the final state. Now first we will write down pi 0. Pi 0 will consist of two set of final state, and final state is QAB. So QAB, and another is set of non-final state. So Q0, QA, QB, QAA, QBA, and QBB. This is set of final state, and this is set of non-final state. Now we will determine pi 1, and pi 1 is determined from pi 0. If a particular set is consisting of more than one state, then we will check for one equivalence. Now the first set will consist of only a single state, so it will be included directly in pi 1. For checking the equivalence of Q0 and QA, we will observe the entry under A and B. Under A it is QA, under B it is QB, under A it is QAA, under B it is QAB, and these two rows are taken from the first row and entries of QA. We had taken Q0 and QA row, and we will observe under A. Under A it is QA and QAA. So we will check whether these two belongs to the same set or not. So QA is here and QAA is here. So under A, Q0 and Q1 are one equivalence. Now we will check under B. Under B, from Q0 we are moving to QB, QA we are moving to QAB. Now we will check whether they are equivalent or not. Now QB is belongs to this set and QAB belongs to the different set. So we will say under B it is not equivalent, Q0 and QA. So ultimately we can call that Q0 and Q1 are not one equivalent. Similarly, we will check for other pairs of states. Now we will check for Q0 and QB. So we will observe under A whether they belongs to the same set in pi 0 or not. QA and QBA belongs to the same set. So under A they are one equivalent. Now we will check under B. So QB and BB. So under A and B both state behaving similarly. So we will call Q0 and QB are one equivalent. Now we will check for Q0 and QAA. So we will write down Q0 and QAA. So again we will pick Q0 row and QAA row. So under A and B it is QAA, QB, QAA, QAB. Under A if we will observe it is QA and AA, QAA and QA. So they belongs to the same set. Under B it is QB and QAB. QB belongs to this set and QAB belongs to this set. So they are behaving differently. We can call Q0 and QA are not one equivalent. Now we will check for Q0 and QBA. Again we will pick up Q0 row and QBA row. Now we will check whether Q0 and QBA behave similarly as under A. So under A, QA is presenting over here, QAA is presenting over here. So they belongs to the same set. So they are behaving similarly. Under B, it is QB and QAB. So QB is presenting in this set and QAB is presenting in this set. So they are presenting in different set. What it means, they are behaving differently. So Q0 and QBA are not one equivalent. Now we will check Q0 and QBB. So now we will check whether under A, Q0 and QBB are behaving similarly or not. So it is QA and QBA. So QA is presenting over here, QBA is presenting over here. Both belongs to the same set. So they are behaving similarly. Under B, it is QB and QBB. So they also belongs to same set. So they are behaving similarly. What it means, Q0 and QBB are one equivalent. So we can say that Q0 is one equivalent with QBB and QB, and Q0 is not one equivalent with QA, QAA, QBE. These equivalence classes will obey the transitivity property. What it means, if Q0 is equivalent to QB and Q0 is equivalent to QBB, so they will also be equivalent. And we can verify it by taking QB and QBB. Under A, both are moving to QBA, and under B, both are moving to QBB. So under A, they are moving to QBA. So QBA is presenting in one set. So they belongs to the same set. Under B, both are moving to QBB. QBB is presenting in one set. So they are behaving similarly. So QB and BB also be one equivalent due to the transitivity property in equivalence sets. Now because Q0 is not equivalent to QA, QAA, QBA, now we will check whether QA is equivalent to QAA. So under A, both are giving us QAA. So QAA belongs to this set. So they are equivalent under A. Under B, both are giving QAB. So it belongs to this set. So they are also one equivalent. So QA and QAA are one equivalent. So we can say QA and QAA are one equivalent. Now we will check QA with BA. These two rows we had taken from this table. Under A, both are moving to QAA. So QAA belongs to one set. So they are one equivalent under A. Under B, both are QAB. QAB is presenting in this set. So they are behaving similarly under B also. So we can say QA and QBA are also one equivalent. In short, we can write down QA, QAA, QBA are one equivalent. Q0, QB and QBB are also one equivalent. So we can represent them by different set: QA, QAA, QBA, Q0, QB and QBB. Now we will determine pi 2. When pi 2 is calculated from pi 1, so it consists of three sets. Now the first set consists of a single state, so we will include directly. Now we will check whether QA and QAA are two equivalent or not. Now we will check whether QA and QAA are two equivalent or not. So we will observe the rows under QA and QAA. Under A, both are giving QAA. It belongs to one set because it is a single entry. So they are one equivalent under A. Now we will check under B. Under B, they are giving QAB and QAB is presenting in this set. So again, they are behaving similarly. So we will say these are two equivalent. Now we will check QA with QBA. Under A, both are giving QAA. QAA is presenting in this set, so they are behaving similarly. Under B, they are giving QAB. QAB is presenting over here, and again they are behaving similarly. QA and QBA are two equivalent. So we can say QA, QAA and QBA are two equivalent because QA, QAA, QBA are two equivalent, so they will present in the same set in pi 2. Now we will check for Q0 and QB. Under A, it is QABA and QBA belongs to the same set, so they are one equivalent under A. Under B, they are QB and QBB. So under B, it is QB and QBB. Again, they belongs to the same set, so we can say they are two equivalent. Now we will check for Q0 and QBB. Under A, they are giving QAA, QA and QBA. So QA and QBA belongs to the same set. So under A, they are two equivalent. Now we will check under B. Under B, they are giving QB and QBB. So QB and QBB are presenting in the same set. So Q0 and QBB are two equivalent under B also. So we can say Q0 and QBB are two equivalent. So we can write down Q0, QB and QBB are also two equivalent. We can able to observe that pi 1 is equal to pi 2. So we will stop our process over here and we will design the minimized DFA. So our minimized DFA will consist of three states: QAB, QA, QAA, QAB, and the third state is Q0, QB and QBB. Now we will observe under A and B. In the given NFA, Q0 will be the initial state. In our minimized DFA, Q0, QB and QBB will be the initial state. QAB is the final state. So QAB will remain the final state in our minimized DFA. Now on reading of A on QAB, we are moving to QBA and QBA is presenting in this set. So we will write down on reading of A on QAB, we will move to QA, QAA, QBA. Under B, it is QBB. QBB is presenting in this set. So we will mention on reading of B, we will move to Q0, QB, QBB. Now we will observe QA, QAA, QBA under A. So if you will observe QA under A, it is going to be QAA. QA is presenting in this set. We can say that on reading of A, we will move to QA, QAA, QBA. Under B, it is QAB. QAB is our final state, so we will write down QAB. Now we will observe A on Q0, QB and QBB. So on reading of A on Q0, we are moving to QA and QA is presenting in this set. So on reading of A, we will move to the state QA, QAA, QBA. On reading of B, we are moving to QB. QB is presenting over here. So we will say Q0, QB, QBB. So this represents the transition table corresponding to the minimized DFA. Now if we will convert this transition table into transition diagram, it will be Q0, QBB and QB will be the initial state. On reading of A, we are moving to QA, QAA, QBA. On reading of B, there is a self loop. On reading of A on QA, QAA, QBA, there is a self loop. On reading of B, we are moving to QAB and that is the final state. On reading of A, we are moving to this state, and on reading of B, we are moving to initial state, and this DFA is identical to the DFA that we had constructed with 3 states. Here state name may differ. We can replace it by Q0, we can replace it by QA, we can replace it by QAB. State name does not matter too much. What will matter? The set of accepted string will matter in the last, whether string is accepted in the language or whether string is rejected in the language. Now this is the self-assessment question. You have to minimize the DFA with 3 states. Hopefully now you can able to understand how we can able to minimize the DFA. Thanks for watching this session.